It's really disorienting going live this early. For the record. Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Happy St. Patrick's Day celebration. That's what we're doing here. That weren't blatantly obvious. I couldn't find any lo-fi, like, St. Patrick's-ish twisted stuff, so that wasn't an option. So we're sticking with the usual. I hope you can deal with that, and if not, get out. A chair. Okay, we're good. What are we starting the night with? What are you starting the night with, first of all? I don't like to drink alone. I'll do it, but I prefer not to. Tonight, we have the two glass. Technically, by some degree, well, hold on. So I found out recently that It's Bourbon Night isn't going live tonight. I thought they were gonna, and they didn't. So right now, Four Leaf isn't going live. Then I'm going live, I'm going live early because she's not going live. Otherwise, I wouldn't. And then going to 7 to 8, usual time slot. And then 8 to 9, which I do occasionally. I try not to do on Sundays. So now we got 3 hours that had just filled up. Like, oh, no one's going live right now that I'm immediately aware of. I'm sure a few people are. I know Roy's doing something right now. Or was. Still is. Whatever. Point is, I have plenty of Irish whiskey to drink. I have at least, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 Irish whiskeys near me within sight, and there's a couple others behind me that I haven't done anything with yet. But there's a Redbreast PX cask there that, Redbreast PX bottle, well, if only we're a full cask, which I certainly intend to touch soon. I like that. Among other things. And there's a cask strength in there too. And there's a bunch of other Irish whiskey I haven't tried in a while, so I might want to do some research. But first, I need to say hello to people who are here. And there are actually people here, which always just throws me off a little bit. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It makes me feel better. Sugar Kitty meow. Or how do cats meow in Ireland? Mew? I don't know. Peter White. Hello. Taterdom, hello, cheers. Welcome to Whiskey Shaman Soup. Word. Kathy Huey, hello. Finally able to make it live. Hello, I've missed you. I noticed you weren't here. I hope you're doing well. And that things are copacetic. I think that's the right word. I'm not sure. Sounded right. Beginning the evening, because Four Leaf is doing stuff with Irish whiskey in real life at the moment. And she'll be doing stuff later. I think she's on... My brain doesn't remember things. She told me earlier. Livewire? She's being on Livewire tonight? Was that tonight? I have no idea. She told me earlier today. I've been too distracted. But I believe she is. We'll get the link for that near the end of the stream. If someone reminds me, because if not, I will not. I will forget. Oh, Bourbon Fight live. Cool. Excellent. There are plenty of people live right now. I assume this is not a no one else's live time. But the reason that I'm live are these reasons. Four Leaf wasn't going live. And apparently It's Bourbon Night is not going live, which I didn't find out until like 10 minutes ago. Pop KillCo, hold it out. I hope you have something to drink. I don't think I gave you any Irish whiskey since, well, recently. You might have something else. Maybe a little mini thing of Jameson or Bailey's. Oh, there you go. Whiskey Shaman's going on live. 7:30 CST. Is that Central? Time is weird. This is the night to do it, everyone. You have a channel and you drink whiskey, leading into Irish whiskey, of course. This is the night to do it. Hope everyone stays safe. Part of the reason I do this is about as safe as I can be. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not driving anywhere. I don't have to worry about the other drivers or anything else. Now, to start, say Hinch Imperial Stout Cask. Hinch, H-I-N-C-N. Hinch or Hin? I don't know which one this is actually. It looks like an H-I-N and maybe a C and an N, or a C and an H. And there's some scribbles. Something went wrong with this. Looks like it was hard to spell. So I'm not really sure what this one is. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I'll have to ask her about that. Unless someone can tell me what that doesn't even look like an H. Hincn. CR? I don't know. She probably told me. I'm not going to check. I'm just going to switch. Because this one I can't read. Was there one in here? Hold on. Okay. We'll start with something I'm a little... How do I put this? Not leery of. But the other two are Clonakilty, and I'm familiar with Clonakilty. I think part of the reason I grabbed this one is because I didn't really recognize it. And now I'm going, I don't know what that says. At all. It looks like Hinch. Except that last part might be an N or an R. If you could solve the mystery, maybe I'll open that one. But I can't solve the mystery because I'm live streaming right now. I'm already distractible enough. Don't let me get on the internet while I'm doing anything on here. It's just not good. So this one, I was going by proof, or percentage, I should say. So that was 43? 43. Now we're going to 46. It's alright, most of these are going to be above 40. Well, actually, I have a few specifically because they're not. And one because it needs to die, which I will not finish this tonight. I wish I could just do that without injuring myself. I can't do that. Let's check this one. Oh, I can't see anything in this. Okay, good. The next few that I'm looking into are going to be 40%. We got to ride this wave just right, or else it's going to end very sooner than I want it to. I'm going to feel bad. I have things to do tomorrow. This is a Teeling Imperial Stout cask. Same general deal. Which one's this? Yeah, they're both Imperial Stout casks, so it's not too much of a change. I just cannot tell which the first one was. A lower percentage one. So Teeling is one I don't have much experience with. Let me check something. I do have some experience with it. It wasn't good. It wasn't awful. But this is the bottle I have of tequila. I have opened it and drank some of it, and I haven't really touched it since. Thus, the dust that you may be able to tell is on there. And you'll note it was on the bottom shelf. 46% though. So I really was expecting more from this. Maybe I'll try this tonight. Just to see if a little air and a little time has done anything to it. It's a rum cask finish. 6-month and rum cask. I have found I'm not a huge fan of rum casks. I've had some pretty good rums though. But I'm lucky in that regard. There's a restaurant that has a rum selection that I'm told is very good. I've had a few of them there. So first this to a glass, and then we get into the other whiskeys, which are going to go in this tiny, tiny little glass. So I don't overdo it by accident. We do not want that. And by we, I mean I. I don't want anyone getting annihilated here. There we go. This I'm drinking all of it because, of course, I have St. Patrick's Day, and this is Hinch. So Hinch is Irish. Okay, good. That's what's weirded me out. It looks like Hinch, except for the last part. It looks like a CN, because there's no, like, extended on the H there. Maybe I'll try that too. Now that we know what, it's a thing, I just went like, I don't know what Hinch is. I've never even heard of it. I'm not as widely versed in Irish whiskey. I don't know. Four-Leaf has plenty more Irish whiskey than I do. Let's just say that. She's much more vested. So I always like the idea that she gets stuff like that. Something I've never heard of. You go here. So maybe I'll pour that next. We'll see. I can always have more than one, and I'd compare them except I only had one glass. So, Mike Franklin, good afternoon. Hello. Oh, please remember to like and subscribe and all that. You've all subscribed already. And ooh, I forgot. There's a thing. I have a Brandon Toft. If you're here, you're being exposed. Here we go. Did you hear the noise? hope so. Can't be sure if this is all working properly. But they subscribed yesterday. So thank you for your subscribes. For your subscribing. Thanks. We're getting closer, ever closer, slowly closer to 1,000 subscribers. Because you get 1,000 subscribers and you become famous. Is that how it works? I'm not sure. I get ad revenue. That's the important part for me, because you guys are stuck seeing ads anyway. I don't have any control over that, really. Not if I intend to get some kind of financial stuff from this. And the long-term goal, some of you know, is financial stability. Impossible in today's world, I know. But more is better than not more at the moment. And we're getting there. If I would just stop traveling randomly, then I'd probably have enough money to pay off all my credit card debt. Anyhow, we're not thinking about that tonight. Save that for a different day. This actually makes me think of Bushmills, which isn't too surprising. Yeah, your standard sugar cookie vanilla. It's I like to think of sugar cookies have actual like the big chunks of sugar, not chunks, but rough sugar grain. What are the words I'm trying to say here? Not like the sprinkly sugar, not like the white sugar, but actual crystals. Oh man, makes it look so pretty. Anyway, that's what it's making me think of, which is good because I really like those. Give me some cookies. I had some Baileys earlier. If you watch the short, I'm attempting to do those, but I have found I have a YouTube Shorts and I have a disagreement with how to function. For the TikTok or TokTik, I don't know if I can even say that here because of the other BS going on in the world right now. Whiskey, not other BS, not world BS. But TikTok is much easier to use to make videos, like really short ones. But YouTube Shorts is... I get frustrated thinking about it, so I'm not going to. Makes me feel like I'm much older than I am. I'm like, this stupid thing can't work. And then, of course, I read all these other YouTubers like, this thing is ridiculous. Why did you design it this way? So we're good there. Just had to copy what TikTok did. They didn't do that. So you'll see more of that, and I'm on that app if you want to follow me there. I don't plan to get any revenue out of that, though. Staying right here. Long-term goals, folks. This is the job. The job is sitting home drinking whiskey. Tealing small batch is better than single malt. Old age tealing is really good when it actually left over coulis stock. It's over like it's actually left over coulis stock. Oh. Yes, exactly. If anyone asks me about like, who anyone who knows more like something about Irish whiskey, and like if I don't know it, I know two people who do. All right. It smells lovely. I don't know. I can't tell any impact on the nose from like the Imperial Stout, but I found Stout usually just softens stuff. Like the Jameson Stout cask is amazing. So I'm hoping. I got high hopes for this one because I know I do like Stout finished, at least as far as Jameson goes. It makes it a little softer, almost a little creamier. Isn't quite the right word. But we're going to use it because I can't think of anything else. It mellows everything out. That's what I can think of it as. It softens it, marshmallows it, whatever. It smells really nice though. The more I'm going back in, it's like, oh, this is good. Please taste good. That's all I ask. Emily Chambers, AFK, cheers, y'all. Hello. Thanks for popping in. You can AFK all you want. YouTube doesn't know. Just likes the number of people. I think. I actively ignore looking at the number of people in the room. It helps. It helps my sanity. Jameson Stout on coffee is quite tasty. That does sound good. I have a black barrel next to me that needs to die. Or it looks like rain. I knew what you meant, Kathy. Mm-hmm. Well, spicier than I expected, but the palate is really nice, as I expected it. It feels very soft. Agreed. I did another short this morning. I don't know what to call this stuff when you like get an idea, because I didn't think up the Irish whiskey coffee thing like as a bit. I didn't plan it out. I didn't think of it and write it down. It just was a funny idea. I was like, oh, that'd be funny. I was making an Irish coffee. I went, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I couldn't decide what Irish whiskey to use because I have a few bottles. So I did that short, rather haphazard, slapdash, very quickly. But it worked. And it implied that I can't use this one in my coffee because I can't. Because the Thousand Subscribers hasn't happened. I went at the end. Mike Franklin started with Redbreast 12. Perfect. Beautiful. Lovely. Great way to start your day. I technically started with Redbreast Cask Strength because that is actually what went in my Irish coffee this morning. It was the high proof Redbreast. It was the caveat. It was the Redbreast Cask Strength that I don't like as neat. It's the one that disappointed me years ago. I still have it, so I'm finding ways to get rid of it. And one of those ways, of course, is to drink it in other stuff or make cocktails. I need to find some good Irish whiskey cocktails other than Irish coffee, Irish whiskey, boom, done, easy. Katie Turk, cheers, coffee. We talked coffee, and you're here. Whoa, hello. Whiskey from the vestibule. Greetings and good evening and slancha to all. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm not really tired. I'm weary. I don't know why. I have no reason to be weary. That's wild. It's still pretty spicy though. Feel it going down. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's still not quite my style. Not my thing. Oh, nice. Drive safe. Please be careful. Take the back roads. Watch out for the maniacs tonight. Let me know when... Well, Mom might let me know when you're back. Enjoy the show. Let's think about that part first. Have some Irish whiskey there, Dad. I know they have it. Or a Guinness. Although I don't think they have that. If I'm thinking of where you're going, and there's very few other places it could be. Jameson is, of course, 40%, so that is a... We can talk about Jameson for a little bit, the whiskey, because that is a good Irish whiskey for beginners. You already know what it's called. It's on nearly every bar you can find. So, great starting point if you know it's available. There aren't really many bars that have Redbreast 12 behind the shelf, but they have Jameson behind the shelf, so that's a good start. Just ask for it neat and hope they don't put it in a shot glass. That's all I can say. But even then, you can sip out of shot glass. It just feels a little weird, and people may look at you funny. They're like, hey, you're supposed to shoot it. It's like, I'd rather not, actually. I would like to not feel pain when drinking my whiskey. Thanks. Got a little dry and bitter when I held it in my palate like that. There's something about tealing I don't seem to like. I can't place it though. Maybe it's just a little too spicy, a little prickly. That doesn't seem right. I like high rye whiskey. Why would I be bothered by prickliness? I have noticed, and it's in here, I mentioned it. If you watch the videos enough time, if I ever get this metallic aluminum tin, you know, dime paste, don't eat dimes, or any kind of metal really, unless it's gold leaf, that's fine, that I get in some Irish whiskeys, and that usually is a hint, not a guarantee, that there's something about it that's a little more affordable is the best way I can put that. So I'm getting it in this, I get it in Bushmills, and I get it in, I might even get it in Jameson, I'm not really sure. Mike Myers, cheers, hello. Just welcome. I hope everyone's wearing green, or else you get pinched for reasons. Well, I always tell people, we in America, the States, whatever we are now, that the culture goes about drinking whiskey the wrong way, like from the very start. We drink alcohol the wrong way, which is to get drunk. Which sounds like, oh, we have a party and get a little tipsy and drunk. And no, don't do that. It's not great. When you get to that point, your body's like, I can't deal with this. Clearly. I can't control all this anymore. You need to stop. Oh, here we go. Metallic taste is often associated with the mass production columns. So exact, yes. That's the nicest way to put it. I find it is on the cheaper end of bottles of Irish whiskey that I seem to get that weird note. And yes, at 40%. Exactly. Cliff is reading my mind. Stop it. Or at least putting it into words much better than I can. Team Witch. Jesus. What was my point? I forgot what I was saying. Crap. Oh yeah, American culture drinks whiskey the wrong way. Like at default start. I know. Well, I can't speak for others, but I remember our way of drinking alcohol in our early days was pop up vodka and just mix it with something sweet, like juice, or not juice. Juice would be too much. I think there was bug juice. I've said this many times, but I always have to say it again when talking about alcohol consumption at high levels. Really cheap juice, fake juice, not real juice, and really cheap vodka. And that was how I remember getting introduced to hard liquor. That and Southern Comfort, which I will never drink again. And that's one of the very few things in my life I can say I know the smell immediately, and I know I will not drink whatever that is. If it's in a cocktail or anything, if someone thinks someone thinks I won't notice, you go wrong. I will. There'll probably be a bit of a involved as well. Spencer, man, hey there. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Cliff. I hope you're safe. Well, I hope you're at home. That's all I can really say. You go out and about. So I never know when you're actually in the area for very long. But hopefully you're at home with your collection. Yes, that's the way to do it. Oh, I forgot something. There, you can see stuff behind me. And backlighting, that's a thing. Oh, I had a point. Yes, we're having conversation. We're musing a bit tonight. The alcohol will do that, but more so than usual. So shots are a thing. Oh, excuse me. Ow, I can't talk. Shots are a thing in the United States, in the States, whatever you want to call us. Or this country, that is this land mass I seem to be on. Ow. Which is why it's funny when I talk to people about whiskey. It's like, you will have to get over the burn. And the problem is people are so, they have an aversion to it because they grew up learning how to drink it the worst way possible, which is to take a little bit of it and throw it all the way back down your throat. That doesn't work great for alcohol vapors. They don't appreciate when you do that. So it hurts.
What? Hey, you just gave me $10,000!
Did you hear that? Also, what the hell just happened? I gotta check. Patrick Greeny, what the hell? Thank you, you magnificent bastard. And I mean that That's the highest praise. I really do. But that reminded me, I don't know if that worked or not. You may have seen the emote, but I don't think you heard the noise. But it's hilarious. Trust me. When that happens, it's like, you're walking along and not just chit-chatting, and all of a sudden, bam, face plant into a wall. And you have a moment of like, dazed recovery. You did get the audio. Okay, good. I don't know why it wasn't. So I think someone mentioned in chat it wasn't working. But he said, yeah, hey, you just gave me $10,000. Which is exactly what he says in the anime. I wanted to make sure that was correct. If I have Stitch going hi, then I need that, doing that, because it's hilarious. You may not like it if you go watch it now. I thought it was hilarious when I was younger. It's still pretty funny, but it's an anime. They have certain things. Yes, Mike Franklin, that's not a bad way to do it. I'll have a drink with a meal, and like one drink with a meal, and that's it. So my brain is like, what the hell just happened? Patrick Green just likes to, like, the baseball bat of generosity, 2x4 generosity. Just, you're welcome. Enjoy. Ugh. Love it. And here's the thing. At least I hope all of you feel the same. It doesn't have to be with me, but if I could do that for other people, I absolutely would. But since that is being done to me, it's clear I cannot. But I do try to spread the wealth in my own little way, quietly, with going out to restaurants and such. I'm just glad the audio worked on that, because I was worried it wasn't working. And more importantly, I wouldn't know how to fix it. Like, you can't hear it. I thought I had it set up so you could. Yeah. Hilarious. 27 minutes have gone by already. I haven't finished my drink yet. So how dare I? I considered the idea of getting St. Patrick's Day paraphernalia for the background, but I have this Celtic design there, which you can see, which I cannot. But that's been there, and to update. Whoop. Mike Franklin, thank you. I don't know how to deal with that. My brain just gets very confused. Like, boom, generosity. 2x4 of generosity. You're welcome. At some point, I might have to make a sound of just. You're welcome. Ugh. Oh, my brain. Thank you, my champers. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you appreciate what I'm doing. Yeah. Got it. Mike Franklin, you're a legend. One of the first. I think that, yeah, I probably did. Yep. I can now cover the rental car. Good, because it's been done already. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Did you get both goals? You did. You bastards. You wonderful bastards. Magnificent bastards. I didn't see that coming for tonight. I was just going to stream for 3 hours and drink a lot of whiskey. We start off in the first half hour. Like, awesome. These moments like this, I wish I was less restrained, but I kind of have to be. You want to be like, I would not make the best at reaction videos, except for the really sad ones. I would just get upset, and that would be it. Like, make me watch really sad stuff, I will fall apart. It's not great. But with happiness stuff, like that, part of me is like, you don't deserve it. I'm like, shut up. Of course I do. It would have happened, right? I hope the weather is nice where everyone is. Just double checking mine. It is 50. Oh, make up your mind. Really? Yeah, it's 56 degrees out. I almost wish I went outside. Damn, that's a beautiful day. It must have been really nice in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Newport, which I did not attend, because no, that's driving and people and noise and drunks. No thanks. Ugh. Blah. And for the record, if you can't find the salted caramel Bailey's, I recommend it. I got Mama KillCo got me a little taste of it, and I did the short because of that, because I wanted to try it real quick and, you know, record it as I do. Record video. I don't know what the hell to call it anymore. There's no. Anyhow, it's good. I want to have some of my coffee and see how that is. And when I did the short, I said coffee, but what I meant, which I didn't quite say right, but trying to do it again is not a thing. I can't do a second take of me tasting it and being completely disingenuous about it. You know, there'd be a few giveaways, like the cup having less in it and the stuff leaving. Anyhow, point is, I meant coffee ice cream because it was creamy. And I don't know if that's a thing in other places, actually. I keep forgetting that. Is coffee ice cream a thing where you guys are? Or is that a Rhode Island, New England thing? I know coffee milk is. People get weirded out by that one. Which really, that's what all lattes are. Espresso and milk. Coffee milk. Oh, that's weird. Except they sweeten it like crazy with everything else. I'm guilty of that, for the record. I like a good caramel macchiato. Stupid Starbucks making drinks I like. God damn it. Being really stupid expensive. Yeah. I haven't gone looking for any, though. I think I looked for some recently. Don't remember. I went to a local liquor store recently, and I think I looked at the Irish cream section, and I saw Bailey's and a few other ones, like I don't want to call them knockoff types, but other Irish cream whiskeys. Irish cream bottles. Wow. But I didn't see the caramel one. I think I saw maybe the strawberry? Coffee ice cream is a thing. I assume so, but whenever I say coffee something, I think, oh. Not sure. Coffee milk is the big one. The one I know is not an everywhere thing. And I remember finding that out when I went cross country when I was a kid with my parents. I could not get coffee milk in other places in the States. Like, what? Get it here. Why can't I get it everywhere? Yeah, you can probably get it. I mean, there's a significant change in things from when I was a kid. And coffee syrup for milk was unheard of in other states, but now Amazon, you can get anything from anywhere. For example, no one knows this really, but I get my rice from Japan. Like, I looked up what the popular, most commonly used Japanese rice was, and I got it. Like, I'm gonna have rice, and I'm gonna have it frequently, which I do, because it's easy. I have a rice cooker now, it's easy. I also got the best rice cooker I could. Trying to improve my own life with little things, like having ways to make food more accessible, so I don't forget, which I do often. Coffee milk is the state drink of Rhode Island. Exactly. That's what I mean. That's the confusion when I was a kid. Went out of state and I was like, what? This doesn't exist everywhere? How horrible. I can also say awful. Like, if you don't know what awful is, well, come to Rhode Island and go to the Newport Creamery. It's just a milkshake, sort of. They're really good. And I think they're massive. And they're probably a little pricey nowadays. I don't know if they have the buy one get one, or buy one get one half off, or something like that. They used to. It's been a while since I've been to a Newport Creamery. And I think the last time I did get an off. I'd be surprised if I didn't, really. It's a thing. If I go there, I eat food there, I have to get one. They're big on ice cream. Autocraft only. Hey man, you gotta have your preferences. It's all good. Oh, the one thing I did enjoy about the short that I did about the picking of a whiskey for your Irish coffee, I didn't say any words. During the whole thing was absolutely no words, just grunts, which I approved of. I was like, this is great. I don't have to say anything. Just Oh, what was it? Like 3 or 4 different sounds. And that was it. It's hilarious to me. I have no idea how well it's doing in the shorts, although it did. When I glanced at it, it did better than I thought it did. Awful double thick. Exactly. So good. The thickness, though. That's good stuff. I want one now. I imagine that'd be great with like whipped cream, and I don't think. Here's the thing. I always get sketched out with anything with cream and alcohol. I know for an Irish coffee, the way they do it is they put the cream on top, because you can't mix the cream with the coffee or else it curdle. You put the alcohol in there, that curdles the milk, and it's not great. You don't want that. So it sits on top if you get a solid. You either use Bailey's. I like that substitute. For making an Irish coffee, it's Irish whiskey, Bailey's, or whatever Bailey's Irish cream thing you can find, or just an Irish cream of any sort will work. So those two and the coffee. That's the way to do it. That's the best version in my head, unless best version in the States that you can make at home. I'm making a lot of stipulations here because the real one is coffee with Irish whiskey in it and solid like foam Irish cream thing at the top, like actual whipped cream on the top. I haven't had one of those in a minute. Next time I go somewhere and they have them and I know they're good, I'll get one. Because if you go to the wrong place and get one, they're just like, here's coffee with whiskey in it, enjoy. Oh, not what I was going for. Music's fading in and out of me. Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I don't. You know, I think 46% isn't really hard to start with. And then I remember how close that is to 50%. And where that is on the scale. Of what 40% whiskey is and what 50% whiskey is. Ugh. Every sip so far, I felt it going down. Woo. Me likey. Did everyone tell me what they were drinking? I know Franklin did. He said Redbreast, because of course. That is usually what I would start with, but as I said, I had the Redbreast cast strength and light coffee this morning. But we were going to try Hinch, that's right. We're going to take one extra step. Since I made the mistake of accidentally pouring the wrong one, yeah. This is good. Like, I like this Keeling Imperial Stout cask, but it's still something about Keeling. Something about the weird metallic note that I can pick up. I will say, the texture is solid, as I expect with stout casks finished whiskeys. It just mellows it out, rounds those corners, changes the texture just slightly. It feels like it does. Oh, like as soon as it touches your tongue, it's like, oh yeah, that's nice, velvety soft. Drinking Powers here, good choice. We may have some of that later. I have a certain bottle that I'm not allowed to talk about. It's redacted. Not the redacted whiskey, but it's talking about it. I can't do it. Although I already made the video, so I guess that's it. Did I make that last year, or did I just make that recently? I'm honestly not sure. I think I made that last year, but I don't remember. I barely remember what I did this year. I did Bushmills 10, I did Cask Strength Redbreast, and then I did, meaning they've been recorded but not edited. And I should have done that today. I should have finished it today. I'll do it tomorrow, I promise. Promises of someone with a inability to focus problem. I'll do it tomorrow. Will you? Yeah. I'll absolutely do it before Thursday. No, sorry, Wednesday. Absolutely before Thursday. But before Wednesday, it should be uploaded and done. And we are in the home stretch of terror for me because I am going to visit a friend. If you've been listening to the podcast, so members and patrons. By the way, I have a member. You can become a member on YouTube, and I have a Patreon. Long-term assistance is what I'm asking for with that. I need commitment. Or at least, a month or two would be cool. What was I doing? I was looking at my phone. Why was I looking at my phone? The dates, that's right. I will be going places at the Hello Phone. Yes, you're telling me the wonderful things just happened. I know. So we have, what day is it? Whoa. The 17th. So we have this week and next week. 2 more Irish whiskey videos. Already recorded. Just have to finish the edits. More importantly, I'm saying this to you so I can get it through my own head. I need to record videos for the first minimum 2 weeks. Encourage 3 weeks of April, which is nuts for the record. Me being 3 video uploads ahead at any point in time is not a thing. It's happened very briefly. I think it happened in October. And it only happens when I have to travel, if you'll note. So I have to get the 2 whiskey videos done for this month. They're already recorded. It's editing. We're good there. Then I have to record 2 or 3 more, edit those before April 3rd. So that means I have to get all that done within the next 3 weeks. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Try it sometime. It's not great. But if I do that, then I'll have enough videos set up till the April 17th will be the 3rd one. And that'll give me an extra week to recuperate from travel and get the video done before the end of April. And then we have March. Oh, wait. Yeah, March. March? May. This is March. And you was wrong. This is May. And May has... Oh, May is that month. I don't plan ahead, by the way. This is all new stuff for me still. As you can tell. Getting ahead and doing stuff. But May is the 5-week one. Which you may not be aware of, but for whatever reason, I started doing uploads on Wednesdays. Which became a problem, because sometimes there are 5 Wednesdays and... Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, Battlery, very much for that. I gotta heart you. Hold on. Heart and show the world that, hold on, there we go. That people's generosity continues to astound me in ways that I never thought it would. Ever. It's been 44 minutes. Thank you. That's going to make next month very weird for me. For all of it. I've mentioned this because of the way YouTube works. Super chats, specifically. Although I think those are PayPal. I keep forgetting which is which. Damn it. Anyway, for both of these, there's one that goes through immediately, which is the mega chats. And there's mega chats, PayPal, Venmo. Those are all direct to me. Although the mega chats, the reason I had those, technically I don't need those anymore, but those are the original, the OG way for me to get that to occur. Thank you. And I know... What was my point? I'm all flustered again. But super chats that I get now... it sucks. Hey, there you go. Okay, good. I hope your stomach is fine with you doing that, because that would be my concern. But enjoy your powers, enjoy your Guinness. You can always have it later. You can be like, later on when I recover, I'm going to have 2 Guinnesses and 2 Powers whiskey drinks. Ha ha ha. I'm going to buy myself a bottle. You can give yourself the reward of recovering. Thank you. That will absolutely buy me more whiskey, or more importantly, buy me some food. That is the next step in my head because of travel. Now that somehow the car rental thing has been taken care of, I will be able to use that for going out to restaurants and such, because that's a lot of fun for me when I get to travel. I like to go out for breakfast. That's very important for me because that's usually the only thing I do during the day. And then breakfast and dinners. Lunch is usually a hit or miss. But getting a solid place that has a good breakfast is really good, and also getting a nice dinner place. Oh man, I love it. It's exciting. I wish I did that more around where I live now, but I don't like going anywhere. I like going places when I'm traveling because that's the point. But when I'm at my own, little state here, it's like I've been to most of it. There are places I haven't been, but it didn't help that the traveling on the highway in Rhode Island right now got worse, which I didn't think was possible, but it is. That is, unless I go a different route, which I might do, complicates matters. And there are already places I like that I don't even go to, like Jamestown. That's a really nice place. It's very similar to Quiddick Island, except smaller. That's the gist of it. It's an island where you can get from one end and to the other in about 10 minutes. It's the northern side and the southern side, 10 minutes. That's how small it is. What was my point? I got all confused. 2 work trips in 7 days. Got to meet with the incoming chief of the Army Reserve. Seems like a great leader. That's always fun. He's not one of the ones who yells, is he? I don't know how that works. I can't deal with yelling. The thing. But too many war movies. Seems like everyone's yelling at everyone, and it's wild. But I don't think I've ever been to an actual base. Now I have. When I used to, way back, when I used to deliver pizzas with Domino's, you had to go into the base to deliver them. Because you would have to go through, and that was before security was as tight, if I remember correctly. I never did. I didn't have the required pass. But I've been to some areas. There's a notable Navy presence here in Rhode Island. Because of course there's the Ocean State. Freestyle, they're normally chill. Okay, good. As soon as I hear military, every part of me goes, huh? But that is due to my... It's not a great story. It's not a great story to talk about. Let's just say there was a very low point in my life where joining the Marines seemed like a good idea. And by that, I mean I would not have lived through that process. And thankfully, the guy who was the recruiter could tell I wasn't all there. Like I was in one of my bad mental states before I was diagnosed. And he was like, no, you go wait. You go think about this decision before. So I was lucky that it was that kind of person who was behind that desk. Like, this guy is not doing great, and this is not the place to help with that. Hell yeah. Hey, I've been to the, I want to say the wrong word here, like the abbreviations. VFW? Is that it? I've been to a few of those. Those are great places. Everyone's having a good time. They're a little dark. My thought about those places, they're kind of dark, but good stuff. I haven't been to one in ages, but I've been to one a few times. Do it. As long as you enjoy doing it, man. That's all you want to ask for in life. So I'm doing this. I tell people, feeling older than I am now, but back in my day, your parents would come up to you and say, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And of course, you can't. There's no way to mentally be like, before the internet's really a thing, and YouTube didn't exist. I couldn't have thought, oh yeah, I'm going to live stream from my apartment drinking whiskey and talking about whiskey all the time. And I have a handlebar mustache to go with it. Like, that. What I'm sipping on right now, I was given a sample from 4 Leaf Whiskey. I'm just finishing it up now. It is a Teeling Imperial Stout cask. It's pretty good. I'm still getting a little metallic-y note on it, but the texture of it's amazing, as always. Stout casks usually do awesome stuff to whiskey, especially Irish whiskey. Just fiddles with the texture a little bit and softens everything up. It's like a pillow. It's very pleasant. I'm gonna have the next one because I got it wrong. We were talking earlier. What was it? Hinch? H-I-N-C-H? I don't know what that is. And unfortunately, 4 Leaf and Donald are not here. So I can't be like, what is Hinch Irish whiskey? I want to save it for that. I don't know. Maybe if one of them pops in, who knows? What I'll do is I'll switch up. Since I just had one of her samples, I can wait a little bit. And I want to pour some of this little thing that keeps staring at me. Think you'll approve? Or you'll shun me. I'm not sure which. Either one's fine. It's a good thing to do. You're doing them a favor. That is your service to your country. Like, hey, this Irish whiskey is pretty good. You should just have some. Like, all right. Keeping our neighbors over the sea happy. Ow. Getting yourself more Irish whiskey in the process, hopefully. Man of the world. All right, here we go. Next on our beverage list tonight, look at this sad bottle. This looks like rain. And for those who are not here often enough, looks like rain means this, and it's really, really low, and it should be just ended. And when you do finish it, you have to flip the empty bottle upside down and hum It's Raining Men to yourself. Thus, it looks like rain. Flip bottle over, humming It's Raining Men. It only makes sense if you've been in the whiskey tribe for a while, as I have. And it still doesn't make a lot of sense because it wasn't supposed to make any sense to begin with. I'll be sipping soon, excellent. Sure, you have plenty of water tonight, folks. Hydration is key. If you're going to be whiskey stuffing, if you're going to be doing whiskey stuff, keep a lot of water nearby. It will help you tremendously. No one likes a hangover, and it doesn't mean you had a good time. In fact, it means you fucked up. You drank too much. You didn't drink enough water. Probably didn't have food. Now you're suffering. Enjoy. Just a touch. Hallelujah. 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 That's a good song. I have the lyrics somewhere, now thinking about it. You know, if we get to the end of the night and I'm not singing, well, we didn't do this right. And thankfully, if you're new here, I do sing, not professionally, but amateur. I studied it, if that helps. You're like, oh God, he's going to sing. It's like, don't worry, I do know how to do it. I spent years doing it. As a, what's the word, hobby? That's not right. Maybe it was a hobby. I don't know. Still is. Whiskey was made with water. It doesn't count. It would be nice if it did. But it's all in if you want a hangover or if you don't. I don't. So I make sure I stay hydrated while I drink whiskey. I think it was like 8 ounces of 8 ounces of water. This could be wrong. 8 ounces of water to 2 ounces of whiskey. Being generous with that. Sipping a Harp Lager out of the Harp pint glass, you dog. I mean, hello. I don't think I've ever had one. I was very tempted to go out and get Guinness tonight, but I don't like it at my apartment on the weekends because there are too many people around doing stuff. Even though it was a nice day, I kind of feel bad that I didn't go outside, but hopefully I'll get to see another nice day soon. I know it's getting a little colder, but hey, whatever. Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding everyone to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. That does it so I don't have to, but I will. Hold on, just for you. Hold on. There you go. Man. Do it. Zedboot, you missed all the chaos. There's people in here that came with 2x4s of generosity and hit me over the head numerous times. At least 3 times so far. Oh man, hi. Sorry. I do like cold style beer. The reference. Wow. You know what? I bet this tastes different because of the bottle. This has been empty for a very long time. And it honestly doesn't even taste like Jameson. This surprised me. Just poured a little bit in here. I do like it more than Teeling. Or at least the Teeling one I just had. And it's 40%. So, actually, is it 40%? I think it is. I looked at it earlier. Yeah, it is. But, I'm going to finish this bottle off soon. Not tonight. I'm going to put some extra effort into finishing that because it's been like that for a while. It just needs to go. Yeah, they did. I don't get that metallic note on this. It's a little bit berries, a little bit peppery. The texture's not as good as the previous one, but of course it isn't. It's a different thing. And I know the Cooper at the Jameson. Well, actually, help me out here. What's the actual distillery where Jameson and Redbreast and all that are made? My brain's not working. But there's a guy who's been a Cooper for generations, like generations of his family have been Coopers. And this was a favorite of his, the Black Barrel. Charred for a rich, smooth taste. Yep. Smooth. It's tasty. I still think I like the stout cask finish better, but this is really nice. I know initially when I first tried this, I didn't like it. But if you watch the video where I did... It wasn't this bottle. If it was, it shouldn't have been. I'm pretty sure I got a bottle of this after I finished the first one I bought. So I do enjoy it, but it's not what I go for. It's taken me a very long time to just get to the end of this. It's just because I don't go for it. I don't grab it. I have Redbreasts. Why would I grab anything else? The big fear about being a whiskey tube person and doing whiskey stuff in general is you start to fall into your routines and start to have your regulars. Mitchell and Sons? Yes, that sounds about right. I will say, don't go now. Jared Buckley, yes, that sounds right. He's an awesome. He seems like he seems like a character, someone to meet. He seems pretty awesome. He's got his own vibe, you know. Middleton, thank you. That's right, Battling. Thank you. Middleton. The Whiskey Vault / Whiskey Tribes of Rex and Daniel went to Middleton to meet him and talk with him about what he's doing. And they also met with a woman whose name I can't remember, because of course, who told them about all the history of how the distilleries all had to get together when times were tough and be like, all right, we have got a band together, it's all going to fall apart. Thank you, Middleton. Yes, thank you. Trying to breathe and talk at the same time doesn't work very well. What? Rob Smith, hello. Hi. Jared Buckley. So look up, not now, wait until, like, put this on a notebook or something, check it later. The Whiskey Tribe has a video where they go to Ireland and talk with Jared Buckley and the woman who preserves a lot of the history of the distilleries on site. They have the punishment book, If that doesn't, is that not enough of a tease to get you to watch that later? Well, here's a punishment book at the distillery. Jerry's from Cork. His accent reminds me of my mom and her family. They're all from Cork. Nice. I think I'm a descendant of that. I forget. But I did the lineage. I did 23andMe stuff, so I know I'm from Ireland. Very much so. Very Irish. If my last name wasn't enough to fool you there, that's the Irishness in me. But I think Cork and Dublin, the big ones, where a lot of lineage probably came from, were two. I'm pretty sure Cork was one of them. That sounds very familiar. There might have been one other, but I forget what it was. I'm going to attempt to look on my phone. I can do it on my phone, probably. But if I try to do it on my computer, I'll get so distracted. Epic leprechaun mustache detected. Thank you. Whiskey and Sensors. Hello. Just welcome to this chaos. People are hitting me with 2x4s of generosity, and I don't know how to deal with it. Just... I don't see it coming every time. Whap! Yeah. 2, 3. And me. We're trying to figure out where my Irish lineage is from, because of course we are. St. Patrick's Day, and my last name is very Irish looking. And I can say for certain that I am of Irish descent. But I'm an American, obviously. In general. So this is where my birth certificate is from. So there you go. Sign in, damn you. There we go. No one's allowed to see my password. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Okay. This is a fun aside. Because why not? If I can view it. That's the other thing. If I can even view it correctly on here. Just powers redacted. God. A rabbit nose. I should have changed that to a leprechaun, but I didn't even think about it. Yes, that's correct. Like that. Thank you, Battle Reed, for that. And a little 2x4 action from Battle Reed. And this is the second time. He's like, no, you want another? You asked for it. Jesus Christ. Doing great. Excuse me. Yes, Rob Smith. Yes, feel it. Feel it. Give you the power. Turns you into a leprechaun. No, it doesn't. That'd be fun if it did, but let's see. No. There we go. Ancestry. We always thought my mother's side, or Sugar Cookie says, we always thought my mother's side was Irish, but probably is not. My father's side, though, we thought was Scottish, and actually a Scottish-Irish. Scots-Irish. The Scots-Irish. Alright. My 23andMe thing is very silly, because you look at it, and you'd expect, with most places, there's like a chunk from one place and a chunk from another. Mine is strictly 100%. I'm sorry, 99.7% Northwest European. Drop that down. British and Irish, 99.7%. County Galway, Republic of Ireland, and Greater London. Oh, Patrick Green's giving out
Well, hello, Mr.
Oh, no, I gotta
Fancy Pants.
Oh no. Hold on. There we go. The fancy pants are coming on. Everyone's getting fancy pants. Look out. Look out. You think you got rid of that membership? No. Patrick Green came in. He's like, I don't think so. Everyone, membership for you and you and you. You don't want one? Here you go. This is yours. Oh my God. Thank you, Patrick Green. Forcing these people to, you remember now. I didn't sign up for this. Exactly. Enjoy. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to find the specifics here while we're doing this. Fancy pants are on point. Boom. Republic of Ireland. All right, it has a list. I don't know if this is the list from Battle Reed. You're a member now. Haha. Take that. Saw that. That's funny. All the people who should definitely get a membership now. Congrats. All you had to do was be here. Actually, I think for some of those you don't have to be here. It's great. He's like Oprah with the gift memberships. Yep, just boom. Uh, anyway. Jeez. We're having one of those nights where the leprechauns are just hitting you over the head with good stuff. So many great quotes. Yes. Yes. Groovy itself. Other than Duke Nukem saying it. This gentleman right here. I'm amazed that I went to that was completely didn't think about it, and I pointed at the right place in the right direction. Wow. So here are the places my Irishness is from. Since we're Irishness, everyone. County Galway, County Dublin, County Cork, nail it. County Mayo, I don't know how that's said. County Kerry, County Cavan, County Leitrim, part of Leitrim, County Tipperary, County Limerick, County Wexford. And it looks like, oh, let's write the map. So, as far as the, whoa, show me. Oh, it doesn't want to. Hang on. No, stop. I'm trying to zoom in, it doesn't want me to. Yeah, it's got areas with the map highlighted, but because it's being dumb, it's on my phone. It doesn't want me to zoom in. There we go. Okay, I had to actually click on the thing. Yep, Cork. It has colored, like they're all colored different, like words. The areas that I just talked about, mentioned, are different colors, and the darker color means there's more likely that's where things came from. So Cork is pretty dark. Galway is very dark. Dublin is the same. So the first three are the big ones: Galway, Dublin, Cork, which is why I remembered Cork. As far as United Kingdom, not sure. Greater London, because of course, Glasgow, and Merseyside, somewhere near Liverpool. So it's, white as a ghost. That's what I am, just Irish descent. Don't let me go outside in the sun. I will burn. That's it. Thank you, Oprah Patrick Greeny. Patrick Greeny is just going to change his name to Oprah. Ancestry and 23andMe. That's how I know about the specifics. This is Galway. There's a selection with your haplogroup. Any chance you know what the haplogroup is off cuff? No. Is that the mother's side? Because I don't know. I couldn't tell you right on the fly. One, because I just closed the browser, and also because I don't even know where to look for that. I do know it exists. And like all of it is just Ireland and Britain. That's most of it. I did attempt to do the family tree recently because of, unfortunately, if you haven't been here, there was a death in the family-ish. My brother's ex-wife, who was 42, died. Still have no idea why. Just waiting, see what's going on. But yeah, that was one of those things that suddenly was like, oh. Weirdly enough, I felt the need to add her to the family tree. She kept our last name, like she kept the Clavey last name. So it was one of those like, well, she's deceased now. I should probably add her to the tree, even if she was removed. Like she's the ex-wife. Which leaves us in that awkward position of, well, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to do anything? Make sure she was up here by herself at the time she died. So wild. Not the best time. Not the best couple weeks recently. Other than injuring my leg, that happened. I believe it was the father's. Oh, well, the last name has gone on for a while. Up until like the 1800s, late 1800s, something like that. I got back pretty far, but not nearly as far as I wanted to. And the farther back I got, the less information there was. It was, maybe the birth date and the last name of their partner's name, but that's it. Nice. Like something nice or just because? What did you do? It's very close, but it traces close to the areas you mentioned. Sugar Key were probably cousins somehow. All people of Irish descent are somehow related. So, Mom was Dutch Irish, Mom was Polish. Oh, we hit 7 o'clock already. Hey, the stream's just starting 10 minutes ago. Yeah. That was a wild 6 to 7 o'clock time we just had. Oh, that was weird. All right, I wanted to do this. I'll do this next. That might be at 8 o'clock, so I'm not sure. I was planning to have this first, but because of confusion on my part, wrong one, this is empty. I'm going to pour this. This is Hinch, Hinch, which I don't know what that is, other than someone who makes Irish whiskey. And this is their Imperial Stout cask finished. I will see if I like this one more than the other one. Hopefully I do. I didn't dislike the other one. But at any rate, I'm pleased to have another Irish whiskey that's been finished in stout casks. Here's the thing I'll say. I'll try to finish this by the end of this month. You will never know if I do or don't, but I will attempt. Oh, everything moved. Ooh. Another reason to stay hydrated. You just how you clean out your glass. Water. Oh, I gotta turn the alerts back on. Whoops. There we go. Yes. No hearing, no speaking, no seeing. There we go. Okay, here we go. And a reminder that once this party is done, I already forgot again. Live Wire Whiskey is going live with 4-Leaf. I believe. Unless my memory doesn't work, and it might not. So, you've been warned. But if you want to continue your own festivities, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to shut it down and try to regain my sense of stability. I know my Sugar Kitty says, well, I know my last name is a place named, not an ancestral one, but I have information. It might be McKay. Not everyone in Ireland is related because some of us are originally Scotch. Good point. True. We're all human beings, so we're all related in some weird way. Just don't think about it too much. You're getting married? Don't think about it. It's better not to think about it. Although that's the new weird for our generations, taking the last 40 years into account here. We now have the ability to check DNA. So if anything weird happened in your family before you were born, you get to find out. Thankfully, Mama and Papa KillCo are my mom and dad, so I had nothing to worry about there. But it's just a funny thing how some people can have their entire lives turned upside down by just doing this out of curiosity from your ancestry. A little wild. Ooh. Some Ryan on my mother's side. There you go. Murphy apparently is the other side of my family. So there we go. Murphy. McKay, McGee are all the same familial line. My grand was McKay. Oh. It's wild, man. Heritage is, well, you can get sucked down the rabbit hole. I have. When I started trying to do the family tree, going back and back and back. It's like it's very strange how we follow one last name. I know that's changing now. Like, you get married, you don't have to change your last name because why? Why? Just so your child can have a last name? I mean, it could be both, technically. Complicated. But, like, my last name has gone down through generations and generations. But you don't take into account that the mother, their name is changed, but that lineage is also part of your lineage, and then suddenly it just gets really wild. Genetics is weird, man. All All right, you did it. Now we're deep diving into the whole genetics thing, or genome, I should say. I will answer that question that was asked about haplob, something. That's not great. I thought of a pool and I thought of the ocean. So a mix of salt, and I think I thought of what's the pool smell? I can't remember what that stuff's called. I can almost hear what it's called, but it's not happening. Anyway, it smells like a pool, or it tastes like a pool, which isn't great either. Pool or ocean, like salty air, or salt water. That's an odd mix. And not like straight up, but there's like this weird hint. The nose is nice. The nose is actually kind of fruity. Chlorine, thank you. There's the word. Thank you. There's a lot of that here, folks. Me not remembering stuff, you helping me out, because I just go, I don't know. I was thinking fluoride. I'm thinking, oh, that's not it. At least I knew that much. The texture on the first one was better. This one's fine, but like I can't tell there was really barrel impact to change it. And the unfortunate thing is I don't know what this tastes like without being imperial stout finished. I say port stout. I know what I meant. Sure. Look at all these diseases I might have. That's cool. Thanks for showing me. The one I'm most worried about is Alzheimer's. So thankfully I know someone who's working on the cure, or at least the managing it. Whiskey Mountains is working on that very hard. Hopefully they'll find the cure and the prevention methods before I get to that point. I don't think it'll happen. And thankfully if I do forget, I won't know. If it does happen, I will remember it. But at least I'll have my videos on YouTube still, in theory. I'll stay alive on the internet. I got grim. .99.7 British and hey, there's a 7 again. British and Irish. Now, what's the 0.3% that I am otherwise? Doesn't bother to tell me. Trying to figure this out. I don't know where to look. Paternal inheritance into DNA painting, all these words. Neanderthal. Oh. Paternal haplogroup. Hold on. Haplogroup. View my report. Found it. I had to do it on my computer though, because I don't. If there's an easier way to do it on my computer, I'd rather do it there. Oh, we're looking at the whole all the way back. Okay. Well, let's see. It started in Africa. What a surprise! 275,000 years ago. Africa. That's where most of us came from, at least as far as we know. Then we went to... I'll just read what it says. It's a lot of words, so if I stumble upon it, it's your fault. All right. Hablup? Where was that word again? I lost it. Haplogroup, that's it. So... Common ancestor of haplogroup A. That's the one. Evidence suggests he was one of thousands of men who lived in eastern Africa at the time, while his male line descendants passed down their Y chromosome generations after generations. The lineages from the other man die out. Over time, his lineage alone gave rise to all other haplogroups that exist today. It's disturbing. Next. Yes, from ancient man to now. We're so advanced now. Ooh. Then F-M89, 76,000 years ago. This is a wild way to think of time. Gradually moved north, following the available prey and resources, and shifting climate made new routes hospitable, but sealed off others. Around 60,000 years ago, a small group ventured across the Red Sea, deeper into the southwest Asia. Your ancestors were among these men, and the next step in their story is marked by the rise of haplogroup F-M89 in the Arabian Peninsula. We all want to know where the mustache really came from. I know. It's alright. Hold on. We're getting there. Passing through the Middle East, your paternal line ancestors continued on to the steppes of Central Asia, vast grasslands stretching all the way from Central Europe to the eastern edge of Asia, from its origin in the western steppes. Nearly 50,000 years ago, haplogroup K-M9, like the grenade launcher, spread across most of the globe. In fact, nearly half of all parental lineages outside of Africa are branched from haplogroup K. K is a good letter. Next, 35,000 years ago. Oh, so not so long ago, really. Next step in your story can count ancestor of haplogroup R, a man who likely lived in Central Asia between 30,000 and 35,000 years ago. The Ice Age was still in full swing. Great. 1,000 years descendants roamed the vast steppes of the continent, where they hunted huge mammals like the mammoth. God, we're going all the way back to mammoths. All right, we're back. I'm speeding up to now. It's funny I'm looking at this now because I'm like, I don't know what any of this. I'll have to look at this later. I don't remember this being here. For the gist of it, we went through Africa to Asia and then eventually ended up in Britain somehow. What, 10,000 years ago? 400 generations ago. Good God. Migrate, yes. RL21. R-L21 is relatively common among 23andMe customers. Well, yeah, of course it is. 1 in 250. 1 in 250 customers share by haplogroup. Thank you, Chambers. We're glad you're here. Thanks for popping in and out. Like I said, YouTube just likes that you're here at all. Does enjoy chat, but that's another thing. Mostly they really like the likes, the traffic. They want you to stay here forever. I'm not gonna look at this anymore. I'm getting distracted. It's wild is what it is. Okay. Start looking into our ancestry. It's like, ooh. I'm Irish. I know that. I'm sorry, I'm of Irish lineage. I'm certainly not Irish. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about this. I'd have to ask my parents, really. My grandma didn't have any sort of accent. So she wasn't, if she was in Ireland at any point in time, it was before any accent could have occurred as a child. So it must have been, I was doing the family tree, and I know it was not my grandma, and it might have been her parents or her parents' parents who came over to get away from Ireland. And it was probably with many people, it's the potato famine could have done it. That's just wild to think about. It ain't bad. Still not a favorite. It doesn't have as much of that. I don't get a tinny thing. Metallic note. I don't have it in this, which is good. I lost my train of thought. Yep, it's gone. Whatever I was saying, it's gone. The whiskey is pretty good. That's what I said last. Before that, I don't know. It just went blank. Oh, that's right. I got it. I'm a bit sad. If there's anything like not regret, but just if things had been different, was like if I had known my grandpa Clavey, because he died when I was 3 years old. So though there are pictures of me with him, I don't remember him. Other than I think there's a few photographs where I do have that. Like I do remember-ish. And I can't be sure if it's I remember because I remember doing it or I remember because I've seen the picture before. That sort of memory. So in general, as my life stuff, I can say I grew up with no grandfathers really. Like the one I had, Clavey, Grandpa died when I was 3 years old, and the Hardin, or my mother's side, he died before I was even born. Yeah. If we want to talk about heritage, the Clavey family, or the male line on both sides of my family, aren't exactly known for their long lives. My father is the longest living one so far, and he is 77. Good number, but he's the longest lived out of all of us. Hopefully he'll live to be 100. We'll see. Let us all hope he does, or at least he lives till 80, 85, 90, 95, or something like that. I think that's the one thing parents hope for their children, is that they live long enough to see their children grow old. Oh, that's terrible. It's good and bad at the same time. I don't feel old. I have plenty of people tell me I don't look like my age, so that's good. Yay. This is growing on me. It's sippable. Like it's got, oof. Still doing that today, okay. It's got fruit notes to it, which I like. Very subtle. Like subtle vanilla, subtle fruit. A little dry. Nothing serious. I believe the term is crushable. The kids use that term now still. Crushable. I know already I'm drinking this one much faster than I drank the first one. So I need to slow down. Technically, I've had 2 ounces within 1 hour and 30-ish minutes. And the gloaming in 7:30. Remember it was dark 4:30? Yes. I didn't like it. We're back to what it should be. Like I can start my live stream and be like, it's evening, it's nighttime, we're getting there. But in a few months, I won't be able. It'll still be daytime. The daytime until like 9 o'clock. It's gonna be great. The one perk I have, and this is a weird one. I only found this out recently because the place moved recently. Was driving home from the place I exercise at, which is about 15 minutes away. So it's like 30 minutes full trip there and back. But at night, it's a very, very back road and it's not well lit. And I have some issues with driving at night because because the healthcare system is garbage. Since my insurance only allows me to get 1 pair of glasses every 2 years. And with that said, I can either pay for the other one, which would be hundreds of dollars, which is the one I should wear at night, because I have that. I'm not sure what it's called, but the headlights of other cars seem as if they have their high beams on. It makes it really hard to drive when you have it's like someone's shining a flashlight in your eye while you're driving down a dark road. It does not help you at all. So yeah, I don't have the latest prescription for that. And I discovered that driving at night Not fun, especially down dark roads without much lighting. And there are only two roads, it's like 2 lanes, so one lane this way, one lane that way. That was the problem I found out about this past winter, and only recently has that changed. One, because the hours have changed. I don't think we're having classes as late. I think 5:30. Hold on. There's a class tomorrow, and I'm going to the early one. But I believe it's at. Hold please. I should be charging my phone. Shite. Forgot how low it was. Ah? BS me. Okay. Yeah, 5:30 p.m. is the late class. So that would get out at 6:30. So it would be getting dark then anyway. But in the winter around here, excuse me. In the winter around here, it's dark by 4 o'clock. That was my cursed existence for a while. For those of you who haven't stuck around, I'll tell you the story. The story is, I used to work a job 10 years ago plus now, where I would be at work at 7:30 in the morning. So it would still be dark when I would get to work in the winter. And then I would leave at about 4 o'clock when the sun was setting on the horizon. So I would spend the full day not seeing much daylight at all. It was awful. And I did that job for 4 years. Oh God, it sucked. Got me through it, got me some money, got me out of my parents' house. I was like, once I had a certain degree of income from working the job, I moved into a different apartment. I moved into a basement of a house, I'll be real, in Fall River. It sucked. It wasn't, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It was my own space, but it was still like janky. Jankier than this. This place is pristine compared to that. We're talking an actual basement that had been refurbished to be an apartment. Those were the days. But now I have this lush, posh lifestyle that I do have, where I live in this very... you can't tell by looking at me, but I'm gonna regret this in a moment, especially if I hit my glass or if I hit the lighting. Ready? It didn't hit the ceiling. That gives you an idea of how tall this place is, how tall these damn windows are. It's a bit much. Unfortunately, it just means a lot of the warm and cold air in this apartment just go up into the air. Not necessarily keeping me cold or warm, or cool or warm. Right now I don't have the AC on or the heat on at all. It's great. Love it when it's like this. The electrical bill goes down considerably at this time of year. Strange that. My electrical bill for last month was like $60, something stupid. I don't know why. It was stupid. Fall River, Massachusetts. Yes, I lived there for 1 year. Now I live on the Rhode Island, Massachusetts border. So it's like if hold on, I gotta get my bearings. Fall River is right over there. So if I took a rock and had a really good arm, it would land in Fall River. We're actually on the border of a pond that is in Fall River, but like the state line is right here. The pond is here. My apartment building is here. It's funny. I didn't get much farther away, but this was also a new. The building I'm in is an old mill building. So like from way back when, where they used to. I can still see like they kept the floorboards. So there's a bunch of random weird dents and indentations in this flooring that are indicative of the fact that this place was used to make clothing at one point. So it's one of those mill buildings that was refurbished into apartments. Southie, you're in Southern Mass? Ooh. You're in Mass? Oh, no, I'm not gonna call you that. That's a thing, though. Yeah, I grew up in Rhode Island and upstate here. I have moved from one town to the next. Like, here's where I grew up, here's the one I live in now. I am, though, I don't know why I'm proud of this, but I was one of the very few Americans in the country that could say they grew up on an island, because I did. I was born and grew up on Aquidneck Island, which is a little tiny island that's accessible by bridges only. It was a so I was very sheltered as a child. I was not only in a small state, I was in the smaller part of a small state. But it was also the part that used to be called Rhode Island. So Aquidneck Island was Rhode Island early on. You learn a lot of weird stuff about this state. A lot of, like, the fact that it used to be Rhode Island Providence Plantations, that's still changed recently. Now it's just Rhode Island because no one ever called it the full name. I think they legally changed it 2-3 years ago. Not long ago. I feel like it was before. Actually, I feel like it's before 2020. Maybe after. I don't know. 2020 gave people a lot of time to just putter around and get distracted by other things. Hydration, folks. Très importante. All right. I do have something special lined up for my next pour. And thankfully, the time is flying. Like, I thought every time I do a longer stream, I'm just like, no one's going to stay around that long. And first of all, you know, the 2x4 of generosity showed up numerous times tonight before I even would have gone live. So there's that. Jeez. And then the fact that I'm continuing on after 8 o'clock, which I was going to do anyway. This was going to be a big, celebratory live stream for 3 hours, which is a lot for me, personally. But I was also finding out that it's Bourbon Light, who normally would go live on Sunday. Chad isn't feeling well, so they're not doing it, which sucks for him. I mean, getting sick sucks. Hopefully he'll recover soon. Hold on. Knock on all the wood. My general health has been pretty good, if I think about it. Right now, last time I think I was sick was in 2022, 2023, early 2023. So I don't get sick very often, but I also actively stay away from people. It's pretty important. You chair, you've gone down. I broke this chair, so it likes to go down very slowly and subtly, so I don't notice. So if you ever see a YouTube video where I'm starting about here and then I'm like this much lower, that's why. Don't tell anyone. I think the next video I'm doing was like that, or the one I just did, I don't remember. Ah, crap, what was I talking about? Nope, it's gone. Chair distracted me. Oh yeah, I have a bottle I'm going to open. Grand an opening. Because an opening? Bottle opening? I like that. The zombies and the skeletons and the pumpkins. Very Irish. But I have this bottle here. I mentioned it recently. Since we're talking about zombies, yes, you see. I see you see. But we have this sexton here. I don't know if it's going to want to focus. Do it. There we go. The Walking Dead bottle. Which I got at least a year ago. Likely 2. I don't know when The Walking Dead was at its peak. But apparently they went, oh, we're doing well. Let's get a whiskey bottle. There's no explaining anything nowadays. I have a few things. Alcohol. Celebrities and movies and such are doing the whole like beers and whiskey and even tequila and anything. Just getting a slap their name on it or slap their picture on it. The one thing that's been bugging me, and I will say, this doesn't include people who obviously are in the minority, we'll say. I guess that's, smaller. I don't know how to say this nicely. Anyway, the point is coffee. Have you noticed how everyone has their own coffee thing now? I don't mean that in a bad way for anyone I know, especially when I'm getting their coffee soon. But it's been this weird spike, like over the past 3 to 4 years, where suddenly everyone is also getting coffee out there. So far, I have one source I get my coffee from because it's charitable. So all the money I send them goes into a charity foundation that I approve. I don't know. If I'm going to spend money on something, it makes me feel better to know that money is going to something better than filling someone's pockets who has a massive corporation. So there's that. Let's get that out of the way first. And I will buy coffee from people who I know who are also trying to do coffee because that's awesome. But I know like YouTubers, like Whiskey Tribe specifically, had a coffee thing going. I think they still do. And the coffee I get, which does go to a charity, is from a YouTube channel. The Vlog Brothers, they did that. And now it's everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's like someone who's like, coffee, get our coffee. It used to just be brands, man. It was weird. It's an odd, like, the same thing can go for meal plans, like HelloFresh and all that kind of stuff. There's varieties of branching that out because people don't have the time to go grocery shopping. And it shows up at your door. Next pour. This will be the next pour. Bob Smith, the Sexton Walking Dead, which is a 40% Irish whiskey. And I know I like this, so I'm not doing a video about it because there's nothing different about this. Basically, Walking Dead was like, hey, Sexton's pretty good. Let's put our name on there. It's got the guy with the hat on the top. He's so dapper. There we go. And that's supposed to be reminiscent of this guy. So there are little things about this bottle that are different. Technically speaking, it could be a collector's item, but as with anything, and if I ever go against this, please hold it against me. Be like, wait a minute, you said. Every bottle of whiskey deserves to be opened and drank. It's that simple. My mindset is the person who put the labor into making this and I mean by the person who farmed the grains, the person who distilled the spirit, and the persons who had to spend years of their life curating and watching and waiting for this stuff to be finished, and at the point where they like bottle it, the blenders, I mean those guys who have to mix it together and make it seem the same, that's wild. They didn't do that for you to just have a pretty bottle on your shelf that's not opened. So no matter what, as silly as it sounds for some things, a bottle of whiskey is meant to be opened and drank with friends and family and those you love, to make it simple. And though I haven't not opened this for a reason other than the label and all that goes, the thing, I felt this is a good time to do it. Good time to break the seal. Like, yep, what am I doing? I already know I like this bottle. I know it's nothing different. If it was something different, I'd make a video, but it's just a regular Sexton release with a different label. Haven't had a cold since COVID started. I'm a mask-wearing fool. Hey, more power to you, Mike Franklin. I realized, oh dang, I still haven't done that. I always remember stuff at the weirdest times. So, I used to have a mask, like a washable, re-wearable mask. I don't know what happened to it. It took 3 years after COVID, but I don't know if I lost it or misplaced it or what. I have no idea where it went, and I'm miffed about it. I'm not pissed. I'm miffed because I don't like it when I don't know where something is, and it's something I kept in good faith for 3 years, and suddenly I don't know what the hell I did with it because my memory is I kept it in my car so I could wear it. Like if I went to a grocery store or a CVS or something, if I was feeling sick or if I just felt like, oh, it's the time of year, people are sick, I would have it, on the fly, on the ready. And all I'd have to do is wash it, which is great because I don't want to have a fucking thing of masks that I have to put a new one on every time. It's just silly. There's enough silliness like that out there already. But I'm annoyed I don't know where it went. And more importantly, I'm going to be traveling, which means being on a plane, which means hours spent in a tube with a number of other people who may or may not be wearing masks. I will be wearing one. That has been my new thing of life, my new for the rest of my days. If I ever have to travel by plane, I will put a mask on the whole flight. Unless I'm drinking whiskey or eating food. Like, here's some crackers. I'll eat those and drink some whiskey. And have some water, maybe. Otherwise, the mask is staying on my face. Because we're an odd culture. And there have been enough people that I've seen and talked to and who have experienced. You travel, and after you travel, you get sick. It's because you're on a plane with a bunch of people. It just takes one or two of them in the vicinity to be sick, and you're sick too. So it feels like something that should have started much earlier, but no, it took a global plague for us to go, wait a minute. If we wear a mask on a plane, you might not get sick. What a novel idea. They figured this out in Japan and China ages ago for their public transportation, which is stellar, I'm told. But it does require being in close proximity to a lot of people. So masks are very common. Look like the Martello Tower for a logo? I mean, kind of. Ugh, I'm realizing my voice is like, why are you talking so much? You don't talk this much. You're right. So this area is like, stop it. Pardon me. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up, then we'll start pouring some whiskey for the last hour in the tiny glass, because I've had at least 2 ounces. So this was 1 ounce, the other one's 1 ounce. A little taste of the Jameson Black Barrels. That's 2.5 ounces ish within 2 hours. So we're staying in the safe zone so far. Like 1 ounce an hour is where I want to be at. And even then, it does accumulate. And it doesn't go away as fast as you want it to. I do have some of the big boy bottles still nearby, but I'm not going to get them. There's a reason I had those on Friday. 1 for the raffle giveaway. 2 because I don't want to go after those right now. They're over there. I can see them. They're on my other desk. And by other desk, I mean the packing desk for hand deliveries. Because I am a pinnacle of organization and hand delivery making stuff. The other desk is the desk I used to be at. It's big. You can go back to my early videos to see how, well, you don't see the desk, but there's about this much space. The only thing on my desk was the screen. That's it. Dear Clara. Well, this is what it's supposed to be made after here. They have this guy in the front. Do it, see him. So there's the undid version of him where he looks like a zombie. And I think they're going for that being the other. Because the one I remember, the regular bottle, didn't have a hat. This one does. I don't know how they get it. Like, I can only wonder how the marketing team that came up with this. By the Walking Dead, the Sexton Irish whiskey. Like, how did this get over to this? I don't know. Unless, I mean, I haven't watched The Walking Dead. I can say that. So maybe one of the characters really liked Irish whiskey or something. I don't know what the reasoning is. It was a bit weird. Yeah. Still feeling it. I bet it's because of what I had for early dinner. As I do with St. Patrick's Day, I had a standard Irish meal of pasta and meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs, I should say, before we started here tonight. Because that's the pinnacle of what I'm able to be able to do for myself. You cook the pasta and just keep it in the fridge, and then you reheat it with the sauce on it, and then you reheat the meatballs, which are frozen, because of course they were. I can handle that. The other reasons, the other meals tend to be rice and fish or rice and chicken. I can handle that too. It's gonna blink on. Hold on. I'm gonna click on it to see if it stops. Boop. Once again, thank you, Patrick Grady, for all the subs or the what are they called? Memberships. Okay. Nope, still doing it. Is it? Yeah, it is. I have a little thing up above chat that's blinking at me, and it's because Patrick Grady gave out 20 memberships. He wants me to update the end screen. That's what that is. Because we had at least 50 before the stream started. Now I don't know where we're at anymore. 50 something. Now we're at 70 something. Good number to be at, 70. Good sevens there. 77 maybe would be better. Alright, I'll have to ask Four Leaf about Hinch, because I definitely enjoy it more than I did the Teeling version. But not because of the Teeling had the mouthfeel of the stout, and this one I don't get the stout influence. I don't feel it's there. I've never had the regular, so I don't know. If it's there, it's very slight. But this is much more my style of Irish whiskey. There's something about mixing that vanilla and fruit. Again, we're going for creme brulee. Zenbu notes, creme brulee. But the pinnacle of creme brulee for me, although the Bailey's creme brulee is amazing, the thing, you have to make, it has to be round, seared on the top, of course, and then you just put a few berries like raspberries and actually I think all it was raspberries, now that I think about it. Yeah, some berries, and I think sometimes they put a little mint leaf on top, make it look classy. The tart berries give a whole different spectrum to the cream and this vanilla sweetness. The charred top. I want to say I need more creme brulee in my life, except gotta watch out for high cholesterol. Not yet. Soon. Snosberries, especially snosberries. Snosberries absolutely taste like snosberries. It's true. All right, we drink the last of this. We're hitting 8 o'clock now. We got an hour left. I clearly haven't had enough to drink. Put the Tua glass down. A Thua. Moving on to Whiskey Mentors with Karen. Teeny tiny thing that it is. Don't eat them. You're getting to try this little devil. The little Dickens. So it does not have a thing. I hope you all appreciate the fact that I stopped doing the whole, in the videos, I stopped doing the fighting with the tops of the bottles. I realized the important part of the video is talking about the whiskey. With my weird sense of humor, of course, but you want to get to the cork pop. And as you can tell right now, these are just a struggle. Dingle small batch released? Dingle? I like Dingle. Number 4. What do they do with number 4? Or is it just batch? I know small batch. It means something. When I think of batch 4, although it just might mean batch 4, I like to think they did something different with it. Hold on. I planned out this out real well. Yep. This bottle that could have been worth thousands of dollars in the years to come, now worth nothing except what I paid for it. And even then, can't sell it again. I'm just waiting for that one Walking Dead fan to come in here. You fool! Sorry, man, I haven't watched it. Chill out. I haven't watched it because I don't watch TV. I tend to watch other stuff. Alright, fine. Don't go in the trash. That's fine. There we go. Been a long time coming. Now I can officially start drinking this in earnest. My problem, of course, is you have to know how to pour it. You don't hold it from the side, you hold it from the bottom. Hold on to that. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. It has a little pop. Oh, tight noise. Love it. Whoa. Immediately. The cork is starting to have issues. Yeah. I put more in there than I wanted to, but I'm not going to argue with the bottle. Right. Where did I put this before? I don't know. Right there. Oh, yeah. Remember I was talking about berries before? Oh. Ah, so good. Let me refresh my memory here. What is it they did? I know they did something. The Sexton, The Walking Dead, single malt Irish whiskey. So it's a single malt, good to know. I know they did something else with it. Da-da-da. County Antrim. Some Antrim. Ugh, it's been so long since I did the video. They did something with this. I remember they did. Life is always a test. It sucks. I don't like tests. My memory is they finished this in something. Which is why it smells the way it does. I looked at the single malt. It's like there is a slight maltiness to it. Yes, there is. The immediate nose, though, is very fruit forward. Raspberries and strawberries, just what I like. Those are two of them. My favorites tend to be raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and white grapes. I don't mind regular grapes either, or red grapes. Must be the right kind. Ah. I like that. Excuse myself. It's all going straight to my head now. I can feel it right here. Ugh. Look who's coming up next. I'm finishing with something different, though. Don't you worry. So the long-term plan is to have 2 more whiskeys tonight, after this one. The Red Recipe X, of course. And the last one, I might not like, but just because I've had the bottle so long. And I don't know if the air has gotten to it yet. I haven't done the sensible thing and put it in a smaller bottle yet. Look at that. We'll see. Actually, you know what? I'll finish with the PX, so I know I'm going out of the stream. I'll be on a whiskey I know I like. Although it will be a little weird going from the whiskey I just mentioned to the PX. That's the only way to be safe about finishing up the live stream. Ending on a high note. I don't want to be like, it should be fine. Ugh, no. We shall see. 50 degrees Fahrenheit out now. I can go outside right now. This is the time of year where you want to go outside for a walk at night. Before the bugs start to show up in mass. Living right next to a pond doesn't help with the mosquitoes and other random tiny insects that just hang out near ponds for whatever reason. You Canadian? Hi, Ryan. But no, I'm not Canadian. I am Rhode Island. I'm United States. But the States, as they're called in other places. I do need more Canadian whiskey in my life, though. That is true. I have to go up there and get it, though. Apparently they don't bring it over. And I don't know what the rules are for that. That's another weird little thing. Like if I go overseas or into a different country, like Canada, what are the rules when I have whiskey bottles I want to bring back? Is there declaring a tax? Something odd like that? I don't know. Thankfully I don't get to travel out of states or out of country very often, which never. Is that an insult to Americans? Maybe. Are you Canadian? No. It is. I am the most American ever, aren't I? It's Irish Day, though, so all Americans right now think they're Irish. It's great. They think they're Irish and that they like all the things that Irish people like, and they like to get drunk. That much Americans definitely do. And I hear it's a problem in Ireland, too. I've never been. I've been to Canada once. When I was 18 years old. Actually 19. My friends were 18. I was 19. I was a little older. And we went to Canada because you could drink at the age of 18 there. So we did. Went up, stayed a few nights, drank, bought alcohol at the store. We bought crap. We bought Goldschlager, I remember that. Oh, Ryan, you're definitely in Ireland. Excellent. Welcome to this mess. We were going over our history, or our, not history, our ancestry? Come to find out I'm very much from Ireland. I landed around the County Cork, Dublin. The final ones. I don't want to try to look again. It was hard enough to look earlier. Where are you from in Ireland? Where's your county? County? Whatever it's called. I don't forget what things are called over there. All I can say is I watch the Tri Channel. That's it. Thank you. It's a mess. These are the things. Those I bring out in springtime. They change seasonally. Right now we're going into spring. St. Patrick's Day is the thing. I have the Irish lineage. Connie Donegal. I don't know what that is. I was just looking at the map earlier. In my defense, I don't know where all the states in the United States are, so there's that. Nice to have someone from Ireland here on Ireland Day. Irish St. Patrick's Day. You're up late, man. Hold on. Like 3 a.m. where you are. Good God. Welcome. Like and subscribe. What you need to do, and I know she'd love this, is a 4-leaf whiskey. Normally she goes live earlier than I do, so 2 hours ago. Yeah, officially 2 hours ago. The Forgotten Country, well, or Forgotten County. That sucks. It's alright, you don't want them to visit anyway, it's fine. I forgot what I was saying. Four-leaf whiskey, yes. There's a channel who normally goes live 2 hours ago from now, whatever time it is for you. And she is all the way, it's 12 a.m. Woof. Ouch. What was my point? So 2 hours ago would have been 10 your time, I think. Anyway, Four-leaf whiskey is another channel. She is mainly Irish whiskey, so I encourage you to check her out. Stick around here, though, of course, and subscribe and all that. Clearly, this place is the best. But this is a place of pure chaos and confusion, really. But if you like Irish whiskey and you want to at least hear about Irish whiskey from Americans' perspective, someone who adores Irish whiskey, I mean that. The reason she's not online tonight is because she's actually doing Irish stuff in her state. Crap. Anyone, a regular of mine who knows Four-leaf, where is she at? Is it Ohio? That doesn't seem right. She's far away, I know that. I'm mentioning her also because she sent me samples tonight. That's what I've been drinking. We had a Hinch Imperial Stout cask finish and a Teeling Imperial Stout cask earlier this evening. Best county of the country. Ooh. Check out the song called The Hills of Quodonegal. Great patty, stay tuned. I'll put that on my list. If I can. Nope, no problem with that. Hold on. Error. No errors allowed. We're at that point where my spelling is not going quite like I want it to. There we go. Ohio. Wow, I got it. Ooh, that surprises me more than anyone. All right. I got it. I got a tab on my browser here, so I'm good. So once the stream ends, I will look into that song, so at least I hear it tonight. But yes, Four-leaf whiskey is from Ohio. Apparently, there's a large, I don't know why, but there's the Irish heritage there or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to her about it, but there's a lot going on over there. Here, where I am in Rhode Island, there is a St. Patrick's Day parade in Newport. So there's a significant amount of people who have Irish descent like myself in the vicinity, but it's a mishmash of things, really. What? And if you're just getting here, I've been opening. Oh God, I put it down. I just opened a Sexton, specifically the Walking Dead bottle that they did. Good stuff. I'm fairly certain they finished that in sherry barrels, but it doesn't say so on there, and I'm confused. Oof. But I am really amazed I got that right. I don't know why I remembered Ohio, but I did. I thought I was thinking of Japanese. Because Ohio gozaimasu. No, that was correct. And then there's a realization I'm not even sure where Ohio is in my brain. I'm thinking of the country. I know what the shape of the country looks like. And then where Ohio is. It's out west. That's correct. It's near the top somewhere, I think. I feel like it is. Better if I don't think about it. I'll just dig myself a deeper hole here. You don't want that. I would crack this one open tonight. I'm not going to, but maybe the next stream I do. Or like a small batch select, because I want to open this. This is why. That Toro is a single barrel I bought in the beginning of February. Well, it's not going to make it through March. So I should open this one. So I have something to cover me until I buy another single barrel. Apparently I have an issue. I will go into making a video, or at least doing something, talking about my favorite whiskeys that I have officially gotten over the years that I've been doing this, making whiskey content on the internet. Eventually you start to find your favorites. Four Roses is one of them for me. Yeah, there's Four Roses. There is Andalusia. Although I don't grab their stuff all the time, so it's not... I have to really find a solid way to narrow it down. Four Roses is obvious. Like, the single barrels do not last when I have them. Then there is... I do like Maker's Mark. I have a bunch of them behind me. You can see them. They're behind this sticker, but you can see the red wax. What else? Unfortunately, Four Roses has become the top bourbon in my little world. Oh yeah, there's Wild Turkey. Four Roses and Wild Turkey are immediately like those two. I don't know why I had to turn around to find out that. Oh, and of course, Buffalo Trace. Which I wish wasn't the case. I wish anyone who made that whiskey the same way, without all the BS, that would be great. But no. But no. Okay. That's funny. She's lucky enough to get as much bourbon as she wants. Ugh, and yet she's into Irish whiskey. That's wild. I didn't ask her about that. Like, what got her into Irish whiskey so much? In the Irish community. I imagine there's just a heavy Irish community out there. I don't go looking for that, though. Community is not my thing, unless it's here. Because it's a community that I have not necessarily control over, but I'm accustomed to. The whiskey community here. I'm used to it. And it is also digital. Columbus, much more north. So she must get the kind of nasty winters that we get around here. Probably worse, depending. But again, we're going into springtime. So the whole point of this holiday really is green and spring and whiskey, possibly beer. I want to get a pint somewhere, like a real pint. Just left Columbus today. Oh man, could have met up with Four Leaf. The hell. Next time. I'm still mulling over getting to Missouri. I want to check the map now. Look what you've done. I want to check the map. Google Maps is so wild. That's another thing, technology that we can do now. Like I can pinpoint exactly where I am on a map, which people didn't used to do. They would have to guess. They would need a big unfoldable thing to figure out where they were going. Physical maps are becoming obsolete, if they aren't already. Wind off the Great Lakes, so it can be bad. Yeah, that's got to be rough. My friend lived in Illinois for a while. That was intense. Shipping off to Boston to find your win leg, yes. Granted, Missouri is half a step away from that. Trying to find where this is. Kansas. I was thinking of... Nope, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it is one of the other ones. Yeah, you got a whole little schmishmash. You got Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, and Michigan, which is just like, it's a hand. That whole basically looks like an oven mitt. That was one of the first songs I heard today. I opened up Spotify and put it on the St. Patrick's Day station that they have for the moment. And I hit randomize and play, and that was the first one. Ship it up to Boston. Like, it's appropriate. That works. I'm realizing I could look up stuff in Illinois. I don't think about it, but St. Louis, like St. Louis, Missouri, is right there. Like St. Louis, Missouri, and then Illinois as a state right next to it. You head up north, it's Iowa and Minnesota. I don't know why I said it like that. Maybe that's what the accent is. And then Michigan, except it's also... Michigan's a weird one. What is this? Is it actually part of Michigan? Azimuth? I don't know what that is. I do know how to use a compass. I know for a fact that I'm looking in the northern direction right now. That way. So technically you're looking at me, but you're also looking south. That's east and that's west. I know that's east because the sun comes through these windows every morning. They're bright. And I could find the North Star if I had to. So I got that's going for me. I was a Boy Scout once. That was a bad one. I didn't get very far. I did not do well in that environment. But if anything, I can attribute being in Boy Scouts very briefly to me having a Swiss Army knife on me all the time. Just cause. And being able to read the skies and a map. Way before it was a thing, like on your phone. St. Louis now? I'm coming out to see you in like 2 weeks. Or I'll be in St. Louis in about 2 weeks. Yeah, beginning of April. Visiting my friend in Missouri. And we're going to party like it's 1999. Which was a weird time of year, actually. That was 1999. It was a weird one. Oh, but it's start, man. Alcohol's like, I'm a depressant. And I'm going, yes, you are. I'm tired. Stop. We were going to go see some cherry blossoms at the place. What the hell's it called? Anyway, we had plans. They got canceled. Or they got sold out. We pointed something towards something, the degree measurement. Yep. I got halfway through that sentence. When you said degree, I went, aye. My brain don't work so good. Degree measurement. Battle read, me and math, not great friends. Anything where it's like, all you have to do is this. And I go, I know I try to find the highest point in the area. Be able to see. That helps. Being able to see farther does help. It's a little difficult to do that around where I am because mostly it's flat and hills. Flat-ish, but lots of hills. Lots of trees and lots of stones and rocks. And ugh. We are the ocean state, after all. Relive the terror of Y2K. Yeah, it was fun. 99. Whoa. Rob Smith, I have psychic powers, apparently. I graduated high school in 99. I think my friend actually moved to Missouri. I would like to say 5 years ago. I'm not certain about that. I believe it was 4. He bought a house. Apparently, that's still a thing you can do in this day and age. Surprisingly to me. But he's married, he has a kid, they have a house. I haven't actually been there to see it. I've been to Missouri a couple of years ago. I think I've been to Missouri in maybe 2018, maybe 17. It's been a long time since I've gone to visit. It feels like it wasn't long ago, but it has been. I went on the Arch. It's terrifying. I don't like heights, so I can still remember that feeling really well. And the Botanical Gardens, that's what it is. Botanical Garden Center, whatever it is. We were going to go there for a Sakura and Sake event. And I thought I had plenty of time to get the tickets because it's still 2 weeks away, and nope. Sold out. So by the time I got all my other tickets settled, I just forgot to get the other ones. So that's that. We're making alternate plans. We can still go to the center to see the sakura trees or the cherry blossoms, and then we're going to go to a fancy Japanese restaurant, and have some sake. And they have a Japanese whiskey selection. That was the main selling point, if I'm being honest. The fanciness of it, the price was not the selling point. It's very expensive. But it looks like one of those restaurants where you have the option to have the chef in front of you, and he like makes you stuff from a like a thing they're doing that month or that week, that season. Oh God, I don't want to. I do remember seeing a stadium. That was a weird memory about being up in the arch. Is that there was a stadium over there, and I think when we were there had just been an event because there was a lot of traffic, and it seemed very active over there at the time. But like I said, this is 5 years ago now, if that, maybe more. Good times though. We had a good place to eat food. We had some good food, like burgers and such. So I'm looking forward to going there. I don't have any major plans other than that. I think there are probably some coffee shops and restaurants and such that I might go to. Possibly a distillery, more likely a brewery. There'll be stuff to see. There's always one of those weird states. You get there and you're like, what do I do here? The drawing point is the botanical garden, or the gardens, whatever it's called. And we went to a Japanese event when I visited years ago. Yeah, the arch. That's the main thing. It's like, look at it, it's big. And you go up there and it's high. That's it. What else? Oh, the museum. They have a really nice museum. We did that too. So there are our highlights. There's the arch, there's a museum, there is the gardens. The breweries. We went to a brewery of some sort. Brewery. The breweries are better than distilleries here, yeah. Distillery is out west, and in the many other states is still kind of a iffy thing. They have to find their footing. It's not easy to do. You can't exactly just have whiskey all of a sudden. Be like, we're here! Oh, surprise! I think so? I'm not really sure. It had a lot of it seemed like there was a big park out front. Like it was all flat. And I think there was some kind of pond or some kind of water thing going on. There's these big lions, if I remember it correctly. No, wait. There was a woman with no clothes on, or no upper clothes on, just sitting out there in front on the stairs. Big statue. So boobies, but that's why I remember that. I took a picture and everything. I'm assuming it was the city museum, but I know it didn't feel like it was in the city at all. I felt like we were in some kind of park. I'm trying to remember the details. It's not coming. There was a brewery not far away. So again, it could have been the city. What brewery? I could not tell you. I find the best way to go to a brewery, although tours are nice, when you see how beer is made once, you know how it's made in other places. It's usually the same process. So unless they give you something special at the end, tour. I will highly recommend, if you ever go to Maker's Mark, go on their tour. The slightly expensive one where you get the tasting too. Because it was touring through the facility, having a whiskey tasting, and then you end the tasting. The tasting goes, after you drink that, you go into the gift shop where they have bottles you can buy at the distillery, which is a rarity, unfortunately. And you get to dip your own bottle in the wax. That part's pretty awesome. Hard to beat that. So don't scald yourself. you have a bunch of equipment on to make sure you don't, but there's always some way to do it, I'm sure. You flick the flick the bottle up too fast, wax goes in your face. It could happen. It'd be awful, and it could happen. That reminds me. I need to shave. Blech. I don't want to. Trying to think. Thinking it's not gotten easier since we started the stream. All right, I got a secret that you're gonna have to wait 4 more minutes. I'll show you something. I'll give you a teaser into what is coming up for the rest of the month. It's just, again, it's a matter of editing the videos. That's it. Which is honestly the hardest part. Although I have had problems recording lately. I have a bad habit of, not a habit, but sometimes, because I know I have to record the videos, I have to force myself to do it. And in doing so, I can pick the weirdest mood. Having a mood disorder doesn't help that. But I know for these last 2 videos, I was in a rough spot mentally. I was getting frustrated with myself. Eclectic stuff, not really like a history or art museum. It was an art museum. So it was, there was the woman outside, the stone statue, which, you know, nothing there. And then there were like suits of armor and weapons on the inside. Paintings, lots of paintings. Oh, that's right. I have a picture of it, but A Day in the Park, if you know that one. It's a big ass painting. You'd think it wouldn't be, but it's huge. I went to see that in person and myself. You know, picture taken next to it because it's freaking ginormous. Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge. Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're having some good Irish whiskey yourself. If not, maybe a beer. If not, doing whatever, man. I don't know where you're at these days, but I hope all is well. That's the art museum. Okay. I went to the art museum. It was nice. Like I said, I didn't feel like I was in the city. That's why I was going, I don't know, city museum? Yeah, that was really nice. I do remember doing that. I do like art museums, mostly because they're quiet. I like science museums too. Just seeing all the cool stuff that goes on at science museums is fun. But as far as museums go, it's art museum or science museum. Those are usually the 2 I could go to first. You know what? That reminds me. I'll see. Is there is there a science museum over there? 'Cause I haven't checked that out. I know there's one around here. There are no theme parks or anything out there, right? I didn't even bother to think about that. My brother is big on theme parks. He likes Florida and all those other. There's a variety of theme parks out there, but top of a hill in Forest Park overlooking the Grand Basin. It's really cool. Yes, that sounds right. I felt like we went to a park. Absolutely. It's just a massive amount of flat space with, I think, this long pond, you know, like pre-made water structure. And I feel like there was something in it, maybe a statue or something. It's been, like I said, this was ages ago. My memory's crap to begin with, let alone trying to remember something I did 5, 6, 7 years ago. Oof. It could have been longer than that, too. I'm thinking it's a little while ago. It could have been 10 years ago. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. I'm gonna start singing. I can feel it in my bones. I have to get the lyrics. Yeah. It's gonna annoy my neighbors too. It's gonna be great. They annoy me constantly, so it's my turn. I have to do it just the right time. Oops. And my voice is gonna be shot, for the record. I can feel it. It's all right here. It's like, damn. That didn't help. I will attempt to sing the parting glass at the end of this. That one. Steve's still here. He probably ran away. Ryan. Why I thought Steve? I don't know. Ryan's still here. He'll get to be like, oh God, Americans singing parting glass. How dare you? Science music just outside of Fort Park. Okay, cool. I don't remember if we went there. I don't know what the situation is going to be with his kid anyhow. Weirdly enough, they named their child that lives in Missouri Louis. Funny that. So 29 minutes left. We got this. We're in the home stretch now. And I know what I'm pouring next. It makes me happy. The Redbreast PX for the record. This one. I'm sitting here waiting. This is a bottle I got not long ago. And let's see. It's getting to the look like rain category. Once it gets to the label here, once it gets to that mark, it's going to go very quick. I have shared a lot of this for the record. And I believe I got that. December? It's been a few months. 3 months. Yep. Section's so good. Why is the damn bottle being so hard to pour out of? Well, not even. Let me rephrase that. Pouring out of it's easy. Stopping it from pouring is the option. The problem. Blah 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 blah. It goes everywhere because there's no. And you can't see it. Like it says, it comes out in a weird way. That's okay. Here we go. We're gonna end the night. Oh no, we're not. Forgot I said that. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of this. This is a bottle I've had for a very long time. Probably one of the oldest bottles I have. This is KillCo KillCo Distilling. 40%. Distilled, malted, and bottled in Ireland. Peated single malt Irish whiskey. 40%. Yes, 40%. So, okay, I got it. We got it. All good. I'm going to pour a little bit of the Connemara into this. I will not use this glass again. I will, however, do my final pour into a glass. Because it's Redbreast PX, I'm going to pour a certain amount of it anyway. But as soon as I pour this in any glass, it's going to mess it up. Oof. Still smells like Irish whiskey with peated stuffs. There we go, just touch. Oh, that was more than I wanted. Of course it was. Yeah. I don't know if it's me because I haven't had it in a while. This is a very ashy, seaweed-ish peat. More brine and ash than anything. And it's been in that very empty air bottle. Like, it's a very empty bottle. So I don't know how much of an impact that has had on it. Even if it's been closed fairly well. I might have to dump this. There's nothing wrong with it per se. I've just had it for a very long time. And it's oxidized a little bit. So the nose isn't quite right. There's nothing wrong with the palate. It starts out a bit of charcoal. There's a little black pepper. But I don't even know if there's any alcohol in this anymore. I'm not sure. There is, only slightly, but it's absolutely gone below 40% just because it's been sitting in that bottle for so long. And let's just say the memory isn't lining up with the taste or the nose. What I'll do, maybe, I'm not going to dump it yet. But what I might do is I'll go back to the video and see how long ago that was. I guarantee that was very likely 2019. If that tells you anything. And I'll go over my tasting notes then. I'll rewatch the video, see what I say, see if those line up still, and if it's just falling flat, which it feels like it is, enough times, or at least enough of it where I'm like, nah, no, not really. Granted, my palate has changed over the years, but something seems off. It's like landing flat. That's no good. That would be my own fault. I've had this bottle open with that much air in it for so many years. Causes a problem. That's why I've been trying to go over my bottles more recently and finding the ones that are well past halfway and dealing with that. Like this one, for instance. I've had this bottle for a while and that needs to go. We'll try to end that bottle, as I said earlier, before the end of the month. Because it needs a send-off. If we're going to end any whiskey bottles that are, well, Irish whiskey bottles, might as well be this month. Yeah, it doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't taste like I think it should. So whether it's me or the bottle, I don't know. With that, though, I'm going to drink my favorite whiskey of the moment. Actually, wait, no, I'm not. Hold on, I got an idea. Always a bad thing to say. Ha! Did you think I forgot the redbreast cask strength? I didn't. Ah! That's the one I put in my coffee this morning. All right, there you go. This is the one from the recent video, which has got much more whiskey in it. Pour a little bit of this first, because of course I need to have some of this on St. Patrick's Day. This is only the 6th or 7th Irish whiskey I've had. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. You know, the clinging and clanging of bottle wigs me out. Ugh. The pinnacle. Oh. Admittedly, it does taste a little strange after that whiskey. I didn't rinse my mouth. Woof. All right, there we go. Now we're ready. Ah, yes, So good. Mmm. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Spices got kicked up a notch there. Hello. Oh, yeah, go. I forget what the percentage is. 52? I don't know. Ow. Oh, I'm sorry. 56, my mistake. Oof. Oy. The perfect end to an evening. I'm trying to think when I should start to sing. I can start now. Scare the rest of you away. I'm not going to sing over Danny Boy. That's the other one that comes to mind. There's only Danny Boy and The Parting Glass are the two, you know, like, oh, I can do that one. Oh, Danny Boy, unfortunately, has some rough memories for me. And to sing it at a funeral, not a great feeling. Especially when I had to sing it during the funeral of the person who taught me to sing. So that one still hurts to sing. Yeah, that was years ago, but still. Parting Glass, though, is just a regular old, you know, Parting Glass. And, more importantly, that was a song that was sung during graduation of Wizard Academy, where I became whiskey sommelier. So it has good memories attached to it. Although, you know, Parting Glass is always sad because you raise it and go your separate ways, but that's all part of drinking whiskey. Or drinking, you know, whatever you happen to be drinking at the time. The weird thing is that this time of year I want cider still. You'd think spring I would want, you know, light beer or something, or a Guinness, but part of me is still twitchy about having some hard cider, or just cider as it's called in Europe. Either way, for whatever reason, this evening has gone much better than I anticipated, because people like to hit me with 2x4 of generosity, which I again don't know how to handle. But I need to change this now. And here's the thing, for the records here. Let me see if I can see it. This one is officially the initial goal of 100. That is so YouTube sends the money. I have to get at least $100 in super chats, or $100 total, but super chats is the easy way to keep track per month, for them to send the money along the next month. So all the super chats that are happening now, which are just outrageous, will be received by me at the end of next month. So all the super chats I got last month, I will receive about 4 days, if I'm lucky. They should show up around the 21st, give or take. So there's that. That's always something to keep in mind. And the catch is, for super chats at least, and that's, again, this is why this is a thing, this one will go away when I don't have to worry about a freaking car, a rental car. But this one will be mandatory from now on, to make sure that I know I hit the amount necessary for YouTube to send the money along next month, which doesn't seem to be a problem so far. Patrick Greeny and a few others have been just showing up and be like, hi, as some of you may have witnessed earlier. And the only reason this goes up is to keep track of what happened before. So in the back of my head, I know at one point in time, and I can go back to previous streams and previous months to see the height, like how high did it go? You know, how nuts did it get that month? So that's what that's about. So it'll be 100, and if we hit the 100 goal, it goes up 100. So it'll be 200. Right now we're at, is that at 300 or 200 something? Is that at 300? I I can't see because on my screen it's about this big, so it's hard to tell. But I'll find out after the stream. Either way. Cheers from Vegas. Vegan. How crazy is St. Patrick's Day in Vegas? By the way. Also, hi. Thank you for stopping in, ASMR Whiskey. Good luck on the slots. I imagine the casino down the road is pumping right now. People thinking they got luck of the Irish. There are some Irish-themed casino machine things. What are they called? Slot machines? That's silly because no one uses coins. There's no slot stuff involved, but you know. The push the button and everything spins and lights and such. Live wire whiskey. Cheers. Hello. Welcome. I see you. You and that other troublemaker are going live in about 15 minutes, or 14 minutes. I already know. I'm gonna send this crazy crew over to you because they want to keep drinking. I mean, me on the other hand, I've been drinking for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I should probably eat some food. Even if I don't feel like I need it, I should probably do it anyway. You have a ham sandwich. I don't have any ham, so that's not a thing. I could order pizza, but I imagine pizza places are getting annihilated tonight, so doubt I'll do that either. There's a slight chance, very slight chance, I might order food through an app. Terrifying as that sounds, but if I've had enough Irish whiskey, I don't mind talking to a complete stranger as much, apparently. Go figure. It's a wonder I go to whiskey events. You know, he's had a few drinks. He's fine. Hi, everybody. How are you? So nice to meet you. You're such nice people. You know, that. Social lubricant is the word. Livewire, you're just in time for the singing. Stick around. What is whiskey without song? What is an Irish celebration without some singing? It's mandatory. It's not me. It's mandatory. I'm gonna go over the lyrics now. I know them. I know the first bit. It's not the word verse. It looks like there are 5 verses. Yeah, I can get through that. I don't know if I'm gonna belt it. I don't know if my throat, like right here. I've been talking for 3 hours, or 2 hours and 50, almost 2 hours and almost 3 hours. There we go, words. So my voice is going. You can kind of hear it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this whiskey is doing me good. Oof. Cask strength Irish whiskey. Or cask strength Redbreast, I should say. Woo! That's the good stuff. I tell you what. Hey. That was water, for the record. You didn't see that, but it is. Now to finish the evening. The Redbreast PX. 46%. No, don't do that. Not on camera. Wow. Okay. It's about an ounce. So we're going through about 3 to 4 ounces tonight. How are you? And the only time I drink this much whiskey is when it's been 3 hours. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fruit notes and raspberries and strawberries I was talking about earlier. Some artists can say that Patrick's Day is not that crazy here. Free concerts downtown all weekend, most weekends with good weather, have at least one of those. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Vegas a couple times for different reasons, and those were. Whew, how do I put this? I was thoroughly entertained as an adult. Anyway, time for apple pie and powers. Where are you? Tell me that. Well, tell me. I went to Nobu. Highlight of going to Vegas. Nobu restaurant. Super expensive, but oh my god, the food. The food and the sake. Some of the best sake I've ever had in my life. That you can only get at their restaurant. That was great. Coincidentally, the place I'm going to in Missouri is also called Nobu, which was the selling point. I don't think it's directly related to the place in Vegas. If it is, I'm in for a shock. But it was another fancy-looking Japanese restaurant place. And I didn't do the connection yet. I know I saw it. I was like, that looks like a great place. But I don't know if it is the same. If they have me use chopsticks, I better start using chopsticks at home and try to figure that out again. It was a little embarrassing going to a Japanese restaurant and handing you chopsticks and being like, I don't know how to use these. Like a child. For the most part, though. Ooh. I'm gonna have to put these lyrics in front of me or else I'm gonna be looking like this, and we don't want that. We want to look at you guys, aka what's underneath the camera. Much like what I'm doing with the chat is I can look at you and then look at the chat and look up again. You never even know. I want apple pie. I didn't have any for Pie Day. I am due pie. Damn it. I don't know what kind of pie I like though. Apple pie is good, but is it the favorite? I don't particularly like pecan pie, or pecan pie, however you say it. Pecan. Apple pie is kind of default. It's hard not to like it. I don't know if I've had cherry pie. I don't know if I've had blueberry pie. Is there a rhubarb pie? I feel like there is. This seems like something I should go forward and do someday. I do a whole video. It's like, I am going to see which pies I like. You know. Clickbait galore. I ate 4 pies in 3 days. You know, whatever. Clickbait, clickbait. Everyone loves clickbait. Whether you know it or not, you do. Have you ever clicked on anything that said top something something? Top 3, top 5, top 10, top 70, whatever. There's that, and anything that asks you a question to make you click on it. Is it good? Is it bad? This is the best? Question mark. You'll note a lot of my videos have that kind of thing at the beginning. I'm trying to get more subscribers, damn it. I need the clickable videos. If that just involves making a different thumbnail and adding a question to the beginning, nailed it. Got it. All right, we're at 6 minutes. I'm almost there. I'm gonna make it. What? Currently, I'm looking at the lyrics for the song. I gotta pause the music too. Let's get to that point. I don't know if you can hear the music very clearly, but it's still playing. So there. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm here to silence you again. That's not right. All right, here we go. Once we have 5 minutes left, I will attempt to sing this song, and I will do it poorly, for the record. And most of you will leave once I start singing, so, you know, that's that. 6 to 8 weeks out. Can we look forward to a stream about pairing Poe with whiskey? Maybe. I did that before. I still have the book. Do I have that in my calendar? I feel like I do. If anything, there's a day where I will do poetry and whiskey because I think those two can go together. Reading and whiskey can go together very easily, but it's very hard to bring that across when it's like, ah, yes, reading and whiskey. Sits down, reads a book while sipping whiskey for an hour during a live stream. Hey Chambers, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. You're getting away because of the singing. I know, it's okay. Have a good evening. Get some sleep, get some rest. Drink some water. I'm drinking as fast and as much as I have. You should drink some water. Hey. All right, we're at the 56 mark. It'll take me less than 5 minutes to do the song, especially if I drag it out as much as possible. There we go. Okay, this is the parting glass. Ready? I'm not. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be rough, so I apologize. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. I'm trying to remember how this next part goes. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health where'er befall, and gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. There's a lot of music that's missing here, just for the record. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all. Here's another one. Verse 5, but I'm like, I don't know how that goes. I'm not sure. So I skipped it. The ending's the same. I hope I didn't damage your ears. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Gotta readjust. Right on cue, though. 8:59. Going into 9 o'clock. Don't forget. Oh, man. Whiskey's so good. Livewire Whiskey is going on live next in the next 60 seconds. So I encourage you to go visit them. Say hi to Four Leaf. Ask what Irish whiskey she drank today. Very important. Tell them KillCo sent you if you want. I'm sure you just wanted to be there, but it doesn't hurt. And I need to have some dinner, or at least something to eat. Because 3 hours of drinking whiskey, well, it does things to your mind. But we're good. As always, I try my best not to overindulge on whiskey. That is not a good idea. Granted, I still have this left. Well, there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. You guys came in awesome today. Believe me. And wait, I get it set up, and I will see you out there. Hey, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.